It takes so little to say so much if you know how to do it. When you read a poem, it's often as if a full lifetime's lessons are encapsulated in a few metaphors. One poem is often nothing less than a soul's complete autobiography. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. I heard the other day that you'd visited the sea, that you'd scooped the blue tip of the waves and caught its laughter in your palms, that you'd walked miles on the beach talking to these salty winds. I've never touched the sea ever, my love. Will you take me with you next time you go? I heard that all of you'd sat on the beach and discussed things, often without saying a word, and my heart filled as I thought how we can live usual lives, say the usual things, even as we are aware things are not fine, even as we see the sea retreat. But then we have never swum, really swum, in the depths of each other's hearts. Were we too afraid of the hurt? Didn't we know the truth? Love does hurt. That is its nature. I see you still write poems and sing songs of things you want to forget, of people you don't want to. That you still worry about life and grief, that a wailing sea matters, and it matters that you sit beside it. And that, my love, is an ache I carry, as I stand bereft of all belief when my nights pass without seeing a single dream. May I come to you with both my hands open, asking you to teach me how to dream again, my love, to teach me to dream again. So much of our time is spent in yearning, a slow despair of knowing life is slipping by, and of somehow not being able to wrap our arms around its fullness, of time and again sinking our fingers into something we see as compressible but finding mere nothingness, of having touched love but having lost it before experiencing its infinite lushness or its prickly pleasures. Because through love, we know how we are given this limited edition life, but often just lose the opportunity of making something worthwhile of it. It's worse when we see the copiousness we have lost being embraced instinctively by those who we have jettisoned in our myriad journeys. Even as we live a sad life in a minuscule corner of the universe with our bag of barrenness. What is this depth of relationship which is often close in definition to depth of life? It could take on so many forms, but each has to do with immersion. What probably lasts in us at the cellular level is being fully with the person we love when we are with them. In conversations, in silences, in disagreements, whilst grieving, when in joy. As close as possible physically, as much in soul when not. The importance is the intermeshing of being so close that we are able to experience each other's breath. Because relationships show us the way to life, the way to immersion, because in that lies the way to our sense of immortality, which might not be what we want, but which gives us the satisfaction that we have lived life to its very lees. And in love, as in life, This often means turning back to what we have left, or letting go of what merely shines, or of just sinking deeper into the present because that is all that we have. This could lead to infinite joy or depthless grief, but ultimately it would be giving our infinite to the only thing we possess, which is the moment in which we breathe. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you were listening to Uncut Poetry. If you enjoyed this poem, rate it on Spotify or leave a comment on Apple Podcast. And I have a lovely newsletter called The Uncuts, which is like a Sunday dollop of warmth and fun and beauty. Subscribe to it. The link is in the show notes. And if you loved this episode, please do share it with someone you love. See you next week.